connecting and collaborating. We need to ask who's not at the table and give them a voice. You take a look around this room. What do you notice? Color? Color everywhere. Toys, Play-Doh, stuff like that. Blocks. This is my playpen. I am telling you, and Eva knows this, that I'm at home here. This is a place that I absolutely love, and I wanted to share it with all of you. You know, I'm a creative activist, and so this is part of my creativity. And I also believe we need to have stimulating space so that we can come up with new solutions for problems. You know, so you need to get out of your own environment and try something new. And don't you think this is an amazing place? Yeah. And don't forget to check out the bathrooms. So, we're here to celebrate women today. This is International Women's Day, which started in 1908, so it's been around a long time. And women have made great strides in the political arena, social justice. You know what? We still have a long way to go. There's so much we need to do. And everywhere, in this country and around the world, women are still discriminated against. They have obstacles that come to them every day in every way. They experience violence in so many forms, in physical, psychological, sexual, and well, they're controlled by financial problems as well, and technology today. So we are here to celebrate the women who come before us, the women in this room, and the women who are going to come after us, and a few wonderful men that are in the room, because I really appreciate you guys for coming, because it's really important that you are part of the conversation. To offer new role models. We need to be the role models of what we want to see in the world. And for that next generation, and how do we do that? How many of us say we want more peace, but we are also that person who's honking on the horn, how dare you run in front of me, and then you're taken out, and I've taken it out on my dog, I have to admit, I'm being human. I'll be screaming at her, when I'm frustrated. We need to have new, creative, innovative ideas and solutions that people can tap into, because that's what's going to open up hearts and minds. The first thing I did this year with them was they had something called Walk in Her Shoes. Men wearing red high heels. It got people talking. 93, obviously healing, and I've taken it to all these healers, and taken there people like Joan and John and Larry Dossey, and showed it to them, and they said it's not enough. And so I came back because I have a master's in urban planning, and I wrote a questionnaire, and I had 150 responses. The richness of the material, the stories people shared with me, was a gift. But every time I sat down to write that book, who do you think you are? No one's going to listen to you, and so I never wrote that book. Somebody to support me, keep me in line, keep me going. And I interviewed 100 people within a year, and some of them are in this room, and I'm really honored, and I can't wait to introduce you and hear from them. And it was a gift. I learned so much from these people, and all of a sudden, all this material was just gelling. But I was writing 3 books at once, because originally it was called The Winning Adventure. And, but that's a creative view, they write 3 books at once. But my coach said, pick a pony and ride it, and so I did. What could I talk about that really touched my heart beyond anything? And that's how the creative activist was born. It is a gift that we give ourselves and we give the world when we tap into our own creativity thinking. And so that is what a creative activist does. They become the voice for the voiceless. Their work is the way we open up hearts and minds. I want to hear from you, and I'd like to know who you are. And I'd love to know what your passion is, and somebody who inspires you.
The person I admire is actually my mom. I think the fact that she's able to get up in front of a bunch of people, some friends, some strangers, it's remarkable. The vulnerability that I see in her, that I see in wonderful speakers around the world, you can't teach that, and that's what you need to be a great speaker and really touch people and move them. So as you talk about action, it takes courage to have these conversations, and it also takes courage to be able to really truly make an impact and a difference, and even if that impact starts with one person. So you've started with one person, you now have a room seen you in a room of hundreds of people, and I think it's incredible, and it's a catalyst and sort of that ripple effect of changing one person's life can start a whole ripple effect of changing multiple people's lives. And so I admire you and what you do and the conversations that you have.
Thank you. Thank you.
The quote-unquote everyday heroes who I met, who was it, Tammy, who emigrated and wrote a book about her experience of finding her way in a new land. Every time I meet somebody who's had a courageous journey and said, yes, here I am, whether they wrote a book or not, the people who will own the hero's journey inspire me.
I haven't really met anybody who didn't have something interesting to say or some unique way to be at things.
Hi, I'm Lena Silberman-Scott, and I work for a company that called iGive.com that helps empower causes. And I'm also a graduate student in psychology, and I think that empower is the thing that inspires me. I think that throughout my professional career and my future career goals are about giving people the tools to strengthen themselves, and that is really my passion. And I think that what inspires me and motivates me is my daughter and her peers. I have a 17-year-old, and I watch them, and I watch gratefully that they have a belief in themselves that women, at least in my opinion, of past generations didn't have. They have an attitude that things don't stop them and can't stop them just because their gender is different, because their sexuality is different, because their physical appearance is different. And so that inspires me, because it inspires me to want to help continue to build a world that's going to foster that for them.
My name's Ellen Roden, and who inspires me is also my 17-year-old daughter. I kept looking for someone, bigger, grander. I'm like, no, it's Amy. And it's because she is this huge manifester. She is so, when she gets clear on what she wants, she makes it happen. And I'm inspired by that.
My name is Jeremy, but right now the person who has been most inspirational for me over the years has actually been my personal coach, who kind of has really helped empower me. And I was that angry person that you mentioned before and didn't know how to take my frustration with the system and the bureaucracy and seeing all these children just in terrible situations. And she helped me sort of change that and empowered me to kind of take the next step to really make a difference for I hope for children and families.
Mine is when I was much younger, Sandra Day O'Connor, who was the first female Supreme Court justice. I said when I was 13 I wanted to be Sandra Day O'Connor by day and Madonna by night.
There's a lot of people who inspire me, but I'll tell you this, I was just inspired just 15, 20 minutes ago when I had a conversation with Eva. And I say this because I had recently left my last position. I was working as a bereavement counselor for a hospice agency. A lot of changes came about, and I decided to leave and to start my own private practice. And I just signed the lease to my own, office, and getting ready to start anew. And it's pretty daunting, but yet exciting. And I was hearing Eva's story, and it was really inspirational and empowering to hear your story. It was just 10, 15 minutes, but nevertheless it was. And so, yes.
He's coming up.